Hey, what's up, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Check Up Podcast featuring myself, Armani Jackson, and my co-host, my road dog, AC. Bro, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good. Just March is over. We had an interesting end to our March Madness saga. You know, we got a champion now. So now we get to really dive back into the NBA world. But life is going good over here, man. School's almost over. Can't wait to not have to do homework for a summer.
Right. Get a break.
Yeah, get a break, dog. I feel like I've been in school for like months straight, bro.
Yeah. How many semesters you got left? Just one, right, or what?
Yeah, I got one more, bro. I got to do one summer school class, and I got one more.
All right, that sounds good, man. Let's get straight to the shits, man. With the NCAA tournament, like, what was your thoughts with the Final Four and stuff, man?
Final Four was like a glimpse of what was to come. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
for sure. It showed you that Baylor definitely had some dogs. You know that they had
great killers, bro.
Gap. You know, like for you to route a team like they did in the Final Four is something that people should have been paying attention to. And the fact that they were still the underdogs going into the final was kind of just like people not paying attention to them and just riding the hype of, you know, the flashier team, I guess, because Baylor had never won a national championship as the men's basketball team up until this point.
Facts.
But that other matchup on the Final Four, man, Gonzaga, UCLA.
Oh, dude, I know.
That game was like probably one of the best of this tournament. I'm not gonna say it was the best game of this tournament, but it was one of the best for sure. Obviously, it was a nail biter down to the very end. Went to OT. Jalen Suggs came through with a 40-foot jump shot and banked it.
Yeah, you can't be mad at that. Yeah, it happens. Yeah,
it wasn't a heave. My man ran. They didn't stop ball. He pulled up, shot a regular jump shot, put all of his.
He had a good look. Yeah,
a great look, and you know it went, and that's game. I really loved how he did he ran and hopped on the table. You know, did the whole.
The sports table.
I know people were giving him credit, like people were like on him for that, bro. But like, I mean, come on, man. You've spent your whole life dreaming to do that in a championship. You know, like who wouldn't do that? Like I would do that. I'd probably do something crazier than that.
Yeah, I'll do some Kobe stuff like we won in 2010.
I think what's really impressive from the Final Four was obviously Baylor establishing some, you know, a name, credibility, making people pay attention to them, but also the resurgence of the Pac-12 and UCLA, bro. Like, I mean, I didn't think UCLA would make it to the Final Four. I'm just being honest with you. I mean,
same, bro. I didn't even think Oregon State would have made it to the Sweet 16 and all that stuff, bro.
If you ask me, if they do a few things differently, they go on to the championship, man. Like,
right, bro. Just looking at this bracket, man.
They lost, and it was lost in just this much, bro. And that's the madness of March Madness. You know, that's how it goes. But hey, I mean, I know you and a couple other people online were thinking, you know, how the game would have been drastically different had it been UCLA versus Baylor, just because probably would have been better. Also, another thing that's interesting to see is when you get to these games, you know, teams like Gonzaga playing on the WCC all year, man. Like, who have you really played?
They don't play big dogs every day.
You didn't play nobody. You didn't play dogs. So you was undefeated until you met a team that like was like you, and it was like that.
St. Mary's was the only team that is competitive with Gonzaga. That's their rival. Besides that, bro, they don't play nobody like that. Super crazy.
Bro. And besides preseason, Baylor came out and punched them in the mouth off rip, like just straight got to it and never let up, bro. So it's kind of interesting to see what Gonzaga does next year. Obviously, they're a great program. It's not like they're gonna like disappear, and they'll probably be back where they are.
Yeah, Mark Few's a great coach, bro. He figures it out.
Fantastic coach. So you know, you win some, you lose some. They made it to the finals. That's more than everybody else got to do. You just didn't draw the end of the stick. You know, it is what it is. Obviously, I know as a player, you know, you dream of winning a championship, especially for most guys.
Aspiration and goal.
Most guys who are talented are going to do the one and done route. So, you know, they get one chance at it. And, you know, I know it's heartbreaking when you don't get it, because you're probably not coming back next year to try to get it again. You're probably going to. So, and then after that, everyone always, if you don't turn out well in the league, or you do turn out well in the league, they'll still all turn back to NCAA and be like, well, you finished in the round of 64, or you made it to
the Sweet 16, and that was it. Yeah.
it. And like it's like, come on, bro. Like, oh, man, I had one chance at it, bro. You don't think I came back a second year and had retuned a new lineup, had studied everything I knew? You don't think I could have got it done? Like, just stop, bro. But
Right.
that's fans being fans, and they're always gonna put stock in things like that because you didn't get it done. I mean, there's how many teams that go into this and one comes out on top? You know, it's a lot of. You have to be on point every single night. If you're not on point every night, like, and you'll see the stats. You know, when we look at the stats for this game, the national championship game. If you're not on point, man, like the game can go south and get out of hand really fast. And everything.
Bro, look at Gonzaga's player stats compared to the stats of the team Baylor, bro. Like, look at this starting lineup from the 3 guards, bro. Like,
just cooking them.
Jared Butler, 31 minutes. Davion Mitchell, 36. Mauricio Teague, 31 minutes. 19, 15, 22. My boy Jay Butler he was 4 for 9 from 3. Everybody's scoring on the team, and even their backup point guard Flagler, he still had 13 too, bro. Like, and the problem that I saw with the game too in the championship game, bro, the turnovers killed him primarily. That was really bad, even from the start of the half, bro. Mm-hmm. And then you look at the 3-point percentage, bro, 5 for 17 Gonzaga shot, and then the 43%, 10 for 23 that Baylor shot. But the free throws, bro, look, like they weren't trying to convert or nothing, bro. Like it was just a mop show, bro. It was a mop. It was a mop show, bro.
You gotta in a game like that, you can't leave 3 points on the board. You can't have double the turnovers of the team you're competing against. Like those things just can't happen. And like those add up to the 16-point difference. But I think honestly, man, like if we're being real, if this was like maybe a series and Gonzaga got to see them one more time, I would love to see how they would play them if they got to see them one more time.
Yeah,
I would, because I don't think they're gonna let this happen to them more than once, bro. I'm just being honest. I think they had never seen something like this as a team, and they came out
too athletic, bro.
And too athletic. Those guys on Baylor were just flying, dude. They were all over the place, like. Mm-hmm. They were just moving on like crazed hornets, you know what I'm saying?
Cutting to the basket fast and getting off the offensive boards. Bro, they were crashing the boards like crazy. AC. Oh my. Offensive rebounds. They had 14. Look how many Gonzaga has, bro. Look. Compared to 14 offensive boards, 20 to 16. Like, what?
You're not winning that game.
You're not.
You're not winning that
game. They're converting on every single possession that they shoot, basically, bro. Like,
I wish we could see the second chance points based off that, since they got that many. You know what I mean? Like they probably got killed at second chance points.
Yeah, because it was. I'm telling you, bro. Like we're just crashing boards like crazy, running like 4 guys in, bro. Another thing too, but it basically shows what we saw in the NCAA tournament, bro. It's like Gonzaga coming into this game was undefeated, bro, for a whole 2 years going on, bro. Like that's the crazy fact about it, bro. But it's like basically proving like it doesn't matter if you win all these games. All it matters is that one game, bro. The tournament, basically. Like if you are like we just saw, bro, and we keep talking about them, but Oral Roberts was a team that was literally the 15th seed going against Ohio State. 2 seed, okay, Ohio State's gonna win and just kick their ass or whatever. Dude, we just saw them lose. You know what I'm saying? So it basically proves to show you that you don't have to be the best team. The seeding crap, to me, in my opinion, doesn't matter because any given night in a one-on-one head-up game, bro, you can beat that team, bro. Yeah. All it is, and you can call it luck, you can call it gracious, whatever favor. No, like if your team is clicking at the right time, which is the NCAA tournament, bro, you're destined to win, bro. Like Loyola Chicago went up against Georgia Tech, and they went up against Illinois, the number 1 seeded team, bro, in the tourney on the side of their division in the Midwest, bro. And we saw them just knock them out. You know what I'm saying? So like. It just proves to show you, bro, like, and the thing we always talk about in preseason rankings, or we talk about the regular season, hey, this team's built for a championship run, this team's built for this team's built for that. But any given night in the tournament, bro, you can lose. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's facts. It's not like NBA playoffs where and Coach Drew was talking about today, the Baylor's head coach, he was on ESPN, and he was talking about, bro, he was just saying, like, I mean, in a 7-game series, you never know what could happen in the NBA playoffs, but in a one-on-one head-up game, bro, like, your luck has to be in favor that your game plan's solid, your rotations are solid. Everything's solid for you that you have a good chance to win the game. So I just think, though, bro, like that 3-headed monster lineup in the backcourt, bro, with their guards, bro. Like I said, Teague, Butler, and Mitchell. It's nasty, bro. And I'm telling you, bro, like that team really worked their ass off for that.
They're running 3 guards and still destroyed you in offensive rebounds.
Like, exactly. I was really disappointed in Timmy, bro.
I think like. That's when you can just say, bro, It's really just who wanted it more, dog. Like that's literally an instance of who
Real
wanted
shit,
it more.
bro. Yeah.
They're running
Yeah,
with
that's fair.
three guards, bro, and they out rebounded you on the boards 20-1. That's just 1 or 18-1, whatever it was. That's
Yeah.
just wanting it more. Like that's just pure effort.
Mm-hmm.
And that,
It's crazy.
hey man, that shows. Like there's so many dudes on Gonzaga's roster that finished the game with 0 rebounds. It's like, come on, bro. Like,
yeah, the whole bench basically. If you
whole
look at
bench
it,
out there just
running
every
around. You're running around or what?
every dude that came off the bench that got on the court had 0 rebounds. Like, come on, man.
It's crazy, man. And the thing too that hurt Gonzaga to start that game, bro, was the fact that Jalen Suggs got 2 early fouls.
Mm-hmm.
And those 2 early fouls screwed them over for that whole like 15-minute mark on down because your starting point guard, your highest rated recruit that Mark you ever recruited is out, bro. So like who's gonna run your offense? Yeah, you trust in your backup guards and you trust in your guards that have been there, but at the same time, like this is supposed to be your high scoring like prospect, bro. Like and he wasn't even in the game because what he did, the first foul was I think he got one of the forwards, I think it was Jared Butler had took a charge on him, and so he got that first foul, and then the second foul he just like blatantly outright reached in on Teague, and I'm like, oh bro, like he has 2 quick fouls, yeah, he's gonna be out of this game because I mean you're not gonna put him in with 2 fouls, bro, that's risky. So
risky.
their main plan of attack was to obviously crash the boards, and the second was to attack the guards, and they attacked the guards really well. The thing I was surprised about Drew Timme being one of the highest rated players in the country this year. They locked him up pretty good, face guarding him, whatever. And this crazy part was it was guards guarding him, bro, because the way Baylor's defense is, bro, they switch and they rotate. And so the crazy part was just like the fact of how they were face guarding him. And if he caught that ball over his head, there was a help side, weak side was right there, bro. And I was like, oh, yeah, they got it locked up. So it's crazy. So I believe all tournament team, it was Butler, Mitchell, Suggs, Drew Timme, which is the starting forward. And then they had Johnny Juzang from UCLA. Like you said though, bro, I throw my hats off to UCLA though, bro. I know last episode we were rooting for that Pac-12 stuff though, but they proved that they're there, bro. Like they proved that they're there. And then I remember you were telling us you have a homie going there, bro, right?
Yeah, Peyton Watson, bro. Peyton Watson from Long Beach Polytechnic High School. He's committing there, 5-star recruit. He's about. I'm telling you, bro. Like no, not if. I'm telling you, that kid is raw. And with what they just did this year, I
believe you.
Like, I expect them to be exactly where they were this year, next year. I expect them to be back in the Final Four at the least, bro.
Yeah, because they should be, bro.
That kid is a hooper, bro.
Yeah. What position does he run mainly though? I know he's lengthy, right? So
yeah, he's like 6'10", I think, bro, like 6'9", something like that. He runs like
he's a versatile. He seems like he's versatile. I saw some clips. I looked at some clips. Yeah, I looked at some of his clips.
So he runs like a 3. He runs like the 3, bro. And like the fact that he's honestly, I think the main thing for him is just between now and when the season starts, just bulking up. You know what I mean? Just putting a little, not like putting a whole bunch of weight on, but putting a little.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, as you get in college, yeah.
Because college is a different level, but nah, dude, like. I'm like I've watched him play a bunch of times, and I literally see like flashes of KD in him. I'm not saying he's gonna be Kevin Durant. Bro.
Oh yeah, we can't. Yeah. I know.
KD created a new every like great NBA player creates a new meta and a new type of player.
Right.
Players coming up to mimic and mock them. You know what I'm saying? Just like Kyrie Irving was like kind of mimicking and mocking Allen Iverson. You know what I mean? How dudes now are mimicking and mocking. Steph Curry and Dame with the way they can shoot.
Right, no facts.
I see for KD changed the game for every dude that's tall and is over 6'7", 6'8",
and I can handle the ball and shoot and score any way possible.
In the post, you don't have to get in the post. Like you can get in the post and turn and fade, but like just go head up because if you blow by it with the quick first step, what are they gonna do? Foul you? They can't reach the ball. You know what I mean? He changed. I think he changed the way people view those kinds of athletes. People, whether basketball coaches use those kinds of players.
Right.
I see Peyton being one of those guys that kind of has that same kind of impact, just because at that size and with the handle like that, I mean, I can basically take whatever shot I want. I will. Yeah. It's on me to make it. You probably aren't going to affect the outcome of that most times because I'm controlling when I'm pulling up and you're not rising with me. So for a guy like that, you're like It's whether I miss or make it, and it's gonna be on him. And those guys are dangerous. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like KD shoots at a 7-foot apex, bro. You're not jumping with KD. Like you can try to reach, but by the time he puts it up and he's released it, bro, he's too high in the air. And Peyton can do the same thing. And so I think he's going to do really well. Obviously, UCLA's got some great coaches. And the number one thing about being at UCLA, people always forget, is that every single season, every single offseason, every pro that wants to be in Southern California is training at UCLA, bro. They are always hooping it. The runs at UCLA are legendary, bro. Like from USA practices to just pick up ball with I think it's not Phil Handy, it's the other dude.
Rico Hines runs.
Rico Hines.
Be on YouTube, be on the tube with it.
Yeah, so like, and if that's where you practice every day, that's already where you are. And you got the LeBron James, the Chris Pauls, the
Russell Westbrook, all those guys.
Russell Westbrook, yeah.
Harden be there, all of them.
Playing with them, they already know who you are. But now they're rolling through, you know what I'm saying? Let's get a little pickup game. Hop in, bro. And you know what I'm saying? That's how guys like Joshua Christopher have gotten to be where they are, because while they were in high school, they were running pickup games for professional athletes. You know, I'm sure Peyton will probably be in the Drew League, you know what I mean? Because you're already in UCLA, you're already in LA. Why not play against some pros and get some looks and whatever. So, there's definitely pros and benefits to being at UCLA. I think it was a great decision for him to choose to go there, especially with what they.
It's a jump they need to continue on with this retention rate of how they just shocked the world in the tournament, bro. I mean, we saw a team, bro, and talking about chime on what you said, bro. Like a first four team or last four, basically, like they had to play their way into the tournament as an 11 seed and work their ass off to get to the top, bro. That's an amazing story. Why would you not want to join that team and with the resilience and the fight that they played with, bro?
Crazy part is dude was already signed.
It's crazy.
They did it. Like he was already signed to go there. Like
right. So it's a sealed in deal. Yeah.
It's a sealed in, and like that's like okay. Sometimes you think, wow, what goes into a player actually choosing what college they go to? And it's like,
yeah, I think about that too.
It's the location, it's the coaching staff, it's yada yada. But sometimes I forget the reason could be, who they have on the team now, who could potentially be there for me to play with next year.
Like Jay Juzang.
What I see that team and what the capabilities they have talent-wise, what I could see them doing. Like I didn't think UCLA, you know what I'm saying, could have been a team that was competing like they did. But maybe a guy who actually plays basketball can see basketball in a game. I can't see it, would have saw it and be like, hey, yo, that's being slept on. Let me go there. And those are kind of things I kind of wonder, because they sure did beat a lot of people's expectations.
For sure, bro. And the thing, because I mean, the whole time in the tournament, I mean, our highest touted teams that we always look at in the Pac-12 is Oregon, no question, and then the other team possibly you could argue this year was USC, primarily because Evan Mobley has a top draft pick prospect. So looking at that, bro, it was like, okay, we weren't expecting Oregon State to go compete with those teams that they were up against, bro. They didn't expect Oregon State to compete with Houston as the way they did, and they were getting their ass kicked. But at the same time, they came back and fought and almost had a chance to win the game. The only reason why they slipped up was the turnovers. Yep. So my hat goes off to the West Coast of Pac-12, bro, because I mean we're always known being in the California section, bro. We're like, okay, it's all flashy basketball, it's all highlights and stuff. But no, if the Pac-12 continues to show this excellence in retention of getting to the tournament and making runs, bro, we could be up there as the top powerhouses again. I mean, we've had great players come out of the Pac-12. James Harden right now. I mean, DeMar DeRozan, highly respected, still in the league, bro. Like, there's a lot. Russell Westbrook, Kevin Love, champions, guys that have been in the ringer are coming out of these top schools in the Pac-12, bro. So I mean, we could see a big jump, especially for UCLA, because I mean, for a time being when Steve Alford was that old coach prior, and he after his time was done there, you kind of was like, okay, well, what's next? I mean, Lonzo Ball's gone. There's no retention rate with, Zach LaVine was there with his trend and stuff. But at the same time, it was like, what's the next jump for a school like UCLA with so much historical championships and so much historical winning with John Wooden as their coach? And so now I think we're going to see that rise back up as they start to see back up, bro. So I'm excited, man. Overall, college basketball is good. I mean, and just the challenge of winning a national championship for a team like Baylor, even the teams that got to the Final Four like UCLA, and like a Houston being a 2 seed. Those are teams we don't highly notice all the time. You know what I'm saying? Being the A-10 and the Pac-12. So we're looking at that, bro, and it's just like with all the COVID restrictions, requirements of having to practice a certain amount of times, a certain amount of hours each week, because the restrictions of the policies that you can't be around your players this much, with contact tracing and all that stuff. It was crazy to see it, and so I'm pretty sure and grateful that most players and all the teams that were in the tournament were happy and grateful for the opportunity to be in it. So overall, it was a great success.